On this, we should have somebody doing.
Same guy.
I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it is. Okay, so this is October 7th, 2015. This is the new issue of Ciao Tutti.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think of that?
Nice.
Does anybody in Southern California know what that is?
Yeah, that's the Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge, right? Okay, so so this is our new. Is anybody in California? Anybody there from the Bay Area?
Anybody from the?
No.
No, I got relatives up there though. Go visit.
Well, did you spend any time up there?
A little bit in the Oakland, Oakland area, San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Okay, well, we have a bunch of people here from
Area.
the Bay Area, including myself. I was born in Oakland.
Oh, okay.
And Dwayne is not here today because he's at the doctor, right?
Yes.
Or is he on his way in?
He's on his way.
He's on his way.
And Theo.
You're here?
I'm
No,
here.
I know you're here.
Yeah.
Are you from the Bay Area?
No.
Okay. Theo spent some time there.
From Southern Cal.
You're from Southern
I
California.
spent time.
And Dave spent time, like at San Quentin? No.
Berkeley.
Berkeley. I have a daughter that was born in Berkeley. Okay, so so today we're talking about YouTube, and really what I wanted to do today was everybody to get their channels set up and playlists and subscriptions, and my hunch is that Ernie can show you how to do it, right? Ernie? Subscriptions? Ernie can help if necessary, because that's part of our Navy SEALs
Like yesterday,
one learn, one teach one. But that's an important thing to do. The fun part of YouTube, and we might turn this into a 2-week thing, because really there's 2 parts of YouTube. There's the storage side of YouTube, the part where you learn, right? How to subscribe to channels, how to create playlists, how to get your channel set up. But what's the other part of YouTube? That's really the more important, probably. Maybe it's not more important.
Production side.
The production side, yeah, it's the output side of creating YouTube videos, posting them to YouTube, and editing the videos that you do. Because to use what I've been talking about the past couple days is the value of YouTube to go get you a job to say, I can help produce these videos. Okay, that's what I've been talking about. But what have we actually been doing? The production side? No, we've been doing the other side, the foundational side of how do you store, how do you set up your YouTube account? And but I don't think you can start producing videos if you don't understand about channels, subscriptions, and playlists. Because once you produce a video, what do you need to do with it? Tom, what would you say? Forgetting about the editing, but you've got a video.
To get it out.
You upload it, right? It's on YouTube. Now what? Where is it on YouTube? Is it in your channel? Do you want to get people to subscribe to your channel? You want to get people to add that video to a playlist. So just being able to create a video, put it on YouTube is not really enough. So maybe it's not a bad thing that we spent the last 2 days talking about what is YouTube, how does it fit into the Google Apps. That was Monday, and yesterday, channels, subscriptions, and playlists. So let's do a review of playlists. So Laretha, what is a playlist? In your own words.
I got to put on the music.
Okay, so that's what can make up the playlist. So a playlist is a collection or a group of what?
Video.
Yeah, your favorite videos, or maybe not necessarily your favorite, but it's just a group. So like if it was your competitor, you had a playlist for your competitor, probably wouldn't be your favorite stuff, right? It would just be, here's the videos, the best videos I found on our competitor, the most important videos I found about our competitor. You win as part of your employment plan. Any place that you want to go work, you should create a playlist for that business. Create a playlist for that business. And then what do you do? Once you have a playlist, what do you do? California, what do you do once you have a playlist for your where you want to go work? Research, you add stuff to your playlist, right? So if you want to work at Shoreline, what should you do relative to YouTube?
Look it up.
Well, first, okay, so you go on YouTube. First thing, you go to YouTube, right? Okay, then what's the next thing you do?
The store.
Well, you put in the search, Shoreline, right? The name of the business or the owner's name. Once you get your list of videos, so let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to go to YouTube, right? And I have 522 videos. Okay, so I'm going to go here. The first thing we do is type in, what is the name of it? Shoreline Express?
Yes.
Huh?
Shoreline Express Market.
Okay, so I type that in. Okay, I don't see anything, so I'm going to change something. I'm going to say Shoreline Market, Las Vegas. Do they have gas at all of their places? Oh, I thought it was short.
S-H-O-R.
Okay, short.
Short.
Is it one word or two?
It's two words combined.
Okay,
Two words combined.
So it's one word.
okay. Shoreline Express. Shoreline Express Markets. Okay, so one thing we have is Merry Christmas 2012. What opinions am I now starting to get?
They celebrate holiday.
No, if 2012,
Oh, it's over.
this is a long time ago. Now I'm getting things that are not Las Vegas, so I'm going to say Las Vegas. It says, so first I see it says about 241 results. And then it starts going to Starlight Express. Okay. So the first thing I do is I do a search. I find there are stuff. I watch one, so I click on it. Is this your boss? Is this the store? I'm going to turn off the volume. But, so now what do? Now this is by a guy named Michael Parker. It's not Shoreline. So I probably would not subscribe because I'm not subscribing to Shoreline. I'm Michael Parker. I live in Las Vegas. I'm a frustrated singer and actor. Okay, I definitely don't want to subscribe to him if I really want to do Shoreline, Shortline. So I don't subscribe,
He's advertising something else.
but I want to add this to a playlist. And I don't have a Shortline one, so I go to the bottom and it says create new playlist. So I add it to the playlist. And then I go back and look at, are there any other Shortline YouTube videos? And I would add them all in.
I want to work there. This looks fun.
Yeah, that's what we do. Once we do our work. So
You know,
that's
some
all
of
you
these people.
do, huh? So,
Okay, so interesting. Okay, well, enough of that. All right, so that's what we do. That everybody should do that when you are for part of your employment plan. Find the employer, come up with the employer, go to YouTube, put in a search, add any video, find videos, create a playlist and add them to the playlist. Okay, that's what everybody should do. Now, what did we learn about this in terms of getting a job at Shoreline?
That they're a party place.
Well, maybe.
family orientation.
Well, I would say not high production value, and this was done in 2012.
So they're not updated.
So that's an opportunity to say, I went to YouTube, and guess what I didn't see?
Production.
I didn't see a lot of videos on Shoreline. We're missing a lot of opportunities to get customers or new vendors or suppliers. For a while, when I first moved to Las Vegas, I worked for an Italian beer company selling beer. And we're always looking for good places to sell the beer, people who would buy the beer and we could sell the beer. So if I'm a potential vendor, I have a good product, and I want to see, well, is Shoreline a good customer? Could they be a good customer of mine? If I went to YouTube and I saw this, what would I say? Probably, Deanna. If I wanted to sell Shortline stuff, like let's say it was vapor stuff a couple years ago, I wanted to sell them that. I went on YouTube and I saw one video, and this was the only video. Would I say, wow, that's a good kind of place to be a customer? No. So if I wanted to work there, what might I say of how I could help you make money or save money?
You say I can make you some more updated videos.
I can make you some more updated videos. I can go around to all of the stores and create little videos of here's who we are.
We have an ice cream parlor, we have all that inside.
So I would say, because you have an ice cream parlor, did we see that in here? No. Okay, do we know it's Texaco gas?
No.
No. We don't know any of the good things.
More advertising.
So going back to what I said at the very beginning on Monday, I believe that YouTube is going to be the most important of the 8 apps that there are, because it's the most underused right now. Everybody's using Gmail, or email. Everybody has a calendar, right? Everybody has maps. How many people have a lot of videos? Okay, not small guys. Now let's say we go 7-Eleven. Notice all the things that already come up for 7-Eleven. Did I say 7-Eleven commercial? Whatever that is.
A lot of stores.
Can't wait until the end of the week to see the doctor. Because I have rabies. I do, yes. I'm foaming at the mouth right now, in fact. Book a doctor when you need one. With ZocDoc.
7-Eleven has more in store for lunch. You know what goes great with lunch? Paintball. Oh.
Okay, well, you're gonna remember that, right? Okay, so 7-Eleven has a bunch. In fact, if we go back, 77,000 under 7-Eleven commercial.
We got one by Beyonce.
Right. Okay, so let's focus on YouTube, not Beyonce for a second. So, part of your employment plan should be to go to the place you want to get, you're going to have your interview, you're doing research on, see what YouTube videos they have, add them to a playlist, and if you should subscribe, then do subscribe. If you should subscribe, subscribe, and create a playlist. Also, we're going to get information out of that of can we use YouTube to help us get a job. One thing is talking about having a better YouTube presence, right?
Yes.
Okay. Another thing would be actually showing them.
You start a job by just going to check it on YouTube and see if other businesses have anything on there, and then going to them, telling them that you can put them on YouTube. And
Okay, so that's a good idea. That would be something that Nolan Bushnell would have talked about when he was here, is starting your own business doing that. But his idea, what he said is, go to your neighbors to sell stuff on eBay. I think I posted something this morning on Google Plus regarding the average home has about $3,000 worth of stuff in it just laying around that could be sold on eBay. So Nolan said everybody should be in business for themselves, and the easiest business to be in is to sell on eBay, and you just go around to all of your neighbors and say, hey, let's do 50-50. I'll sell your junk. What junk do you have? I'll sell it on eBay and we'll split it 50-50. Okay. So something that's sort of like that, that's easy to do, it's easy to get into, would be to find businesses and say, pay me to do YouTube videos for you.
I heard something about the cloud this morning about Hillary Clinton, that they said that they're researching the cloud to find out what she wrote and stuff down, and it popped in my head that that's what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Good. So Mike's statement was, what about starting a business that you just go around doing YouTube videos for people? You absolutely could. You could have a business that said, we're going to go to businesses and do training videos for them. Now let's talk about that for a second. Robert, what's a training video that you might have at work? What's something they train you to do?
To respect.
Okay, how to restack the freezer. So if they train you to do something, so a starting point would be in a business to say to a business, do you train your employees to do anything?
Of course, yeah.
What if they say no? Is there a lot of training videos? If the business says no, they don't train people. If they say they don't train people, why do they won't need a training video? Right, so so you want them to say yes. Do you train your employees to do anything? Yes. Okay, so at Shortline, they train you how to stack the freezer, how to do the freezer. If they train you to do it, you can create a video.
Right.
How? How could you create a video?
The camera.
By just basically watching a guy teach somebody how to do it, because they already train people. You don't need to have high production.
Find the best person and just
Find the best person, right?
right.
That's the starting point, but that's not something people are really going to want to pay for. Just a video of watching somebody showing how to do the thing, right? So you create a format that says, okay, we're going to do a training video, how to do the freezer, and there's 3 steps, or there's 4 steps. Okay, here's the 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, because, as I said in law school, the formula they teach you is you say to the jury, you tell them what you're going to tell them. Okay, we've got 4 steps to learn how to load the freezer. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4. So you tell them what you're going to tell them. Then you tell them, okay, we're going to start with step number 1. You do the training. Okay, now step number 2. You do that. Step number 3, step number 4. So that creates some organization as opposed to just having a camera watching a guy do it and him saying, well, first I do this, and now I do this, then I do this, you don't know where it's going. Okay, so you say, first you tell them what you're going to tell them. There's 4 steps to doing loading the freezer. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. I'm going to do the 4 steps. And then once you do that, so the 3rd stage is you tell them what you're going to tell them. You tell them, and then what? No, you tell them what you told them. So at the end you say, okay, so again, at Shoreline, there's 4 steps to doing the freezer. And I showed the 4 steps are this, 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 and this. And I showed you each of the 4 steps. There's always 4 steps to remember to doing the freezer at Shoreline. Okay, so you tell them what you're going to tell them, you tell them, and then you tell them what you told them. That makes it easier for people to remember, because what's happening with their Connect Home?
Building it.
They're building it because what? Every time you what?
Repetition.
Every time you say it or read it or write it, you're making another copy in your brain. So every time you say there's 4 steps to doing the freezer at Shortline, that's reinforcing in people's Connect Home. Oh, there's 4 steps. But that doesn't make it sellable. That just makes it easier to understand. The thing that makes it sellable is you integrate that YouTube video with a what?
A video.
It is a video. You integrate the video with what? That what do we do on Fridays? What do we fill out on Fridays? A quiz. You have a quiz. So we want everybody to take the training thing, and there's this quiz. And throughout the quiz, you have questions.
That's how they do it too. Yeah,
Okay.
right after you learn the process, you do a test.
Okay.
See how well you do.
Okay.
That's the 4th one.
Well, no, the process would be, we're going to do training videos for you. Here's the training video and here's the quiz. And with these Google Forms, you can create the quiz so that it automatically grades the quiz and you can see how everybody did. And it makes it very easy. And how much does Google charge to do that? Nothing. It's just your labor. So you could go, once you know how to do it, you could go do a package thing and say, it's $99 per quiz. Just your time.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you know how to do it, you might be able to do 2 a day. Okay. So that's $200 a day. That's $1,000 a week.
Just your time.
Yep. And then you get customers that you get to do what every year? Go back
Yeah.
and update it. So if you did that and you built up a library or you built up a customer base, very good business, and you know everybody's going to do it. Everybody's going to do it. And that's just training videos. So so that's something you could do at Shoreline, is training videos. Okay. Now, but those would probably be kept private. So on YouTube, they're not public. They don't want their competitors to see it. So you make them private. So if we go to YouTube, I'm going to go to my channel. Dennis, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so now I go to the video manager. And here's all my videos. Now you see next to the video, there's a blue little box. And if I put the pointer on it, it says public. That means anybody can see it.
Right.
Now here's one that has a lock. What does that mean?
Private.
Private.
That means it's private. Only some people can see it. There's 3 settings. Apparently I'm only using 2. Now the second one is a check mark that says whether you can view it. So I have some here that are not checked. Can't view them. They're not viewable. So that says there's a video out there. I have a video that people can't see. So public means anybody can see it. Private means only the people who I say can see it can see it.
Right.
Those are the only people who can see it. Only the people I want to see it. So at Shortline, who would they want to see their training videos?
New employee.
Yeah, employees. Okay. Now, what's the third column here? Some of them are green.
Okay, see what it says.
Okay. It says monetize. So Google makes it easy to make money off of videos by letting them put commercials in them.
Ah, that's where the commercials come from.
That's why
where I get
people
the
do the
money
commercials. Right. Okay. Okay, so Google makes it easy for you to make money on videos that you put on there by letting them put their commercials in it. Okay.
Now, is
So-
that a good indication of the worthiness of that particular video?
If people put commercials in.
Is what?
Having a commercial as a prelude.
Well, when you say the worthiness of the video.
Well, yeah, I mean, does it get viewed a lot? Therefore, your ad gets viewed a lot.
Okay, so here you see on mine, I don't monetize all of them, only some of them. Okay, what I don't do is I don't monetize ones that have to do with the school. So our weekly memorization, I don't monetize those. These Hangouts, I don't monetize. Okay, well, what do I monetize? I monetize the ones that are in Vino Veritas or Chow Tutti interviews. So let's see, in Vino, okay, so here's one from the other day, from October 5th. In Vino Veritas, Las Vegas at Carmine's, New York City. That one I have monetized.
That means you got commercial.
Yeah, I let them put their commercials in it and we get paid.
So it's a win-win
Yeah.
situation.
Okay, these I don't, these Hangouts on air, the 10 o'clock class, we don't. And we don't do it for the weekly memorization. So we monetize the commercial stuff.
Well, on the business end, how do the businesses determine which YouTube video they want to advertise?
Well, generally they would say if the public is going to watch it,
Bingo.
I will monetize it.
That's it. Okay.
And it doesn't matter, you don't have to pay for it. In other words, you just monetize everything that you want the public to see.
Gotcha.
Okay?
That's a good thing because you get a break in between, like you have to do something. Commercial comes in, you can do something.
Okay, well, that's a thing that you can do too. So for a training video, would you want to have commercials monetize it? No, the company's not going to want to have their employees watch somebody else's commercial, an ad, okay? So, okay, so this is the, okay, so here we see which in Vino Veritas was better, the old guys or the new guys? Guys that did it this week or last week. So this week's in Vino Veritas has 32 viewers. Let's see if they tell us who disliked it. This is no distance. Okay. Anyway, we'll go back. So, this week's in Vino Veritas had 32 viewers. Last week's in Vino Veritas had 13. More than double the number of people watched it this week. The weekly memorization from September 25th had 24 people watch it. And this week's had 10. Last week's had 10 people watching the weekly memorization. So you might say, well, that sucks. Only 10 people watched it. On the other hand, you might say, wow, 10 people
Drastic.
watched it. Cool.
So that just means 10 views, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So I watched it twice.
Okay. Well, so I don't know if it is, so what you should do is watch it again and see if it goes to 11. Because I don't know if it's the person or the number of times they watched it.
I see.
I know if you like something, you can only like it once. They don't let you keep pushing the like button. They have it look like you liked it 50 million times.
Right.
The
Now-
second time you push it, it takes the like away.
Now, in the whole social media area, which YouTube is part of, when something goes viral, is there an actual definition of what viral means? Like a million
Well,
hits?
is there a number?
Yes.
Well, I don't think so, but let's find out. So we go to our,
I mean, we know what the word viral means, a hell of a lot.
so viral. Circulated rapidly and widely from one internet user to another. Okay, it's just rapidly and widely is what the definition of
Well, that's
viral
pretty
is. Okay, so now let's go back. So the big question is, how do you put stuff on YouTube? Like in Google, there's more than one way to do it. So what's one way, Tom?
Just make it.
Okay. Well, you mean if I take a video camera out and I just shoot a video?
No, you have to an wait.
Okay. So one way to do it is the way we do it every day when we do a Hangout on Air. Hangout on Air automatically puts it on YouTube. Automatically. Automatically puts it on YouTube. When you're done, it's on YouTube. It takes this long to get on YouTube. When you're done, it's already on YouTube. When I do interviews with people, like the guy I'm going to interview today, when I go do that interview, as soon as I hit end, I can go over and play it on YouTube. So it's right there. Okay, that's one way to do it. Let's say, though, in California, let's say I shoot a video with my cell phone, my smartphone.
Mhm.
It's not on YouTube. How do I get it on YouTube?
Don't you have to subscribe?
Let's see.
Well, you already have your YouTube account. So let's say I take my camera, I shoot a video. How do I get that on YouTube?
You would upload it.
Okay, so let's get used to answering these certain questions a particular way.
Okay.
So the first thing to always say, if I say, how do you do something on Google?
Step by step.
No, you don't say, I don't know. You say there are many ways,
Right.
or there's more than one way. There's several ways. One way to do it is this. And if you only know one way,
Gotcha.
you still look better, right? Because at least you know there are other ways. If you just say one way to do it is blah, 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 they might think that you know 2 or 3 other ways. You just haven't talked about them. You just said one way to do it. So one way to do it is I shoot the video, and then as Dennis said, I upload it to YouTube. How do I do that?
Okay.
How do I upload a video to YouTube?
There's an upload button and upload.
Right. So on YouTube, on the home page, there's a button that says upload. So that's another way to do it. One way to do it is to hang out on air. Another way to do it is by pushing the upload button. And it says select file to upload. So if it was on my computer, I would go to the video.
Mhm.
I would click it. and upload it. And just hit open. And it would upload it. I don't know what these are. So, so I'm not going to screw around. But so that's one way. Now, also, if I go push the upload button, I see a button that says import videos from Google Photos. If I have Google Photos set up on my smartphone, what happens? Automatically, I can do it automatically. Now, here's another thing. I think this is fairly new. Live streaming. Set up your channel and stream live to your fans. Okay. Yeah. So now below that, here's a thing that says create videos. Photo slideshow, video editor. So let me go to video editor. Okay, good morning. Okay, so this is September 7th. And I can adjust the time frame so that this is now like 30 seconds between these things here. And then we're not going to do it today, but I can drag, there's a button that says drag audio here, so I can put another audio or background music in. I can cut. So, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm just going to show that in the video editor, we can cut out and insert things into our video. Add more photos, music, add a transition. Morning, Dwayne.
Good morning, Director.
So some of the things I can do to make it look professional is I can add transitions from one scene to another. Something called a crossfade, blur, all of these things automatically. Morning, Theo.
Morning, sir.
And I can add overlays. I can put content on here. So if we're doing our training video of how to load the freezer, and I said, okay, first I'm going to do step one. What might I want to show on the screen? What might I want to show?
Step one.
Lettering, right, writing, step
Right.
one.
Right.
A visual guide.
So the point is, everybody here can learn to create and edit YouTube videos.
You can do everything on it.
You can do everything on there. You can.
Yeah.
Okay, now, there are other packages that do a lot more. So if you're a professional person, you look at this and say, well, that's Google. I can do a lot more. Well, you know, that's kind of the Google thing. Google lets you do 90% of what you want to do 90% of the time. And if you want to go to a business and say, I charge you $99 for a training video, do they think they're going to get a major motion picture for $99? No, they don't expect it. Can you produce good enough quality stuff on here that anybody would say is worth $99?
Yes.
Yeah, you get stuff that people say is worth $999. Just because of the way it looks, not regarding content.
Yeah.
Just if you forget about the content, you just say, can I produce something that looks like it's worth $1,000? The answer is yeah. Because guess what? 10 years ago, this is as better than stuff that you could buy 10 years ago. The average person, not Hollywood. But that guys who are out there saying, yeah, I do training videos all the time. Well, what software were you using 10 years ago? If you compare that software to this, this is better than what they used 10 years ago. It might be better than what they used 5 years ago. It might be better than what they used 3 years ago. I don't know. But the point is, you don't have to be embarrassed by saying, I edit my stuff in YouTube. I use their video editing tools. I use their audio tools. You would not ever be embarrassed saying that. What kind of things might you want to insert? Okay, music. What else?
The lighting,
Lighting.
the lighting on the
Pictures.
screen.
Um,
How dark
so
and how
okay,
light
so you can adjust. That's on a different thing. You can adjust the special effects and clean it up, clear it up. Well, you can't really go in. I can't really go in and erase this stuff in Google. Other programs I could. I can't in this. This isn't designed to do that well.
You can do narration.
Okay, so that would be adding an audio file, but something I could do is if I wanted to go in business of creating training videos or part of for Shortline, I could create an intro.
Yes.
That's the same, kind of like when you watch a TV show, they have that intro part that they have what's on the screen, here's the name of the show.
Before the movie comes on.
Yeah, you can put an intro in so that every Shortline video, training video, the beginning part looks the same, has a little soundtrack, whatever, maybe flash to the Texaco sign, flash. Yeah, you create that little video file that's an insert. Let's see, we might have one. And you could do the same thing at the end with the ending credits.
What was the name of that movie back in the 90s or early 2000s? Blair Witch Project?
Yeah,
Shot on a shoestring with
right.
and edited with basic computer technology that you and I could utilize.
Right.
And they made millions on it. Blair Witch Project.
Correct. Blair Witch Project did?
Yeah, me too. Bunch of amateurs, but they made a ton of money and they completed a project.
Well, we had an animation done. I can't remember what it's called. We had an animation created.
Oh, was that Larson?
Yeah. Moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it somewhere.
Oh, I
So,
remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that.
so if I could find it, I would cut that and add that in to a video. So that's some of the things that you can do. So let's see, we only have a few minutes left. When you have free time, everybody needs today, when they have free time, maybe at 3 o'clock, instead of doing YouTube, instead of doing TED at 3, what do we have at 3?
Kid.
Yeah, but which TED? No, that was which TED. So we have Chris Unson, how a driverless car sees the road. Okay, so instead of doing these, get your channel set up, try to get your channel art in place, playlist and subscriptions. Dennis, are there any questions in California?
No, I just asked everyone. No questions right now.
Okay, so, to recap, I think that in the coming years, YouTube videos are going to be the easiest way to get a job or get promoted in that job, because they help that business make money and save money. How does a video help a business save money?
Right. Well, training
Training
is a
videos.
big one. Training.
Training videos help businesses save money. How do they help businesses make money?
By advertising.
Well, promoting the business, giving people reasons to go there. Okay, that's how they promote.
And training can also help you make money because you use the right amount of products, you do it the correct way. First
So,
time
right.
you don't have waste, so it can help you make money and save money.
That's a good point. Excellent point. Because let's say instead of training someone how to load the freezer,
Mm-hmm.
well, let's say, can you make money by properly loading the freezer, or is it about saving money?
Save
How do you make
and
money?
make it
How do you make money?
by the training video.
Well, but if it's a freezer that customers can reach into and take product out, how you position the stuff in the freezer to make it easy for them to find the stuff that they want, or hey, wow, gosh, they got that in here. Wow, I didn't know. I want one of those.
Right.
That's called merchandising. So a training video can be used to help sell. A training video can be for salespeople. At General Electric, their customer service people are salespeople. Because they say if somebody calls in for a problem, if you solve that problem, we have an opportunity to sell them something else because you just made them happy. So that's how a training video can be used to make money in addition to saving money. Okay, so I think YouTube is going to be the best Google app for the future for getting jobs or getting promoted in that job. We learned that when you get your Gmail account, you automatically have an email or a YouTube account. Everything is now connected to one another. We learned that YouTube has it set up so that to make it easy for you to have collections of videos and to customize your own account. So you can have a channel and you can let other people see the things that you have created to make it easy. So instead of somebody doing a Google search and it says Larson Training Centers, it says 500 videos, if there's a channel that they can subscribe to, that means they can automatically find all of the Larson videos. And if there's a new video, they can get notified of it. And then we talked about, so that's channels and subscribing to channels. We talked about playlists, which are collections of things videos that you like. And we talked about how those help you get a job, which is how? By doing research. So when you go to your interview, you know about the company. And then there's the whole other side of YouTube, which is making videos, uploading videos, and editing videos. And we just touched on that today. But ultimately, to be successful with YouTube, you want to be able to make a video and edit a video. And one of the things that you can do when you edit a video, or that goes along with an edited video, is a quiz, questionnaire. So if it's a training video, you should always have a test, a quiz that goes along with it. And in there, you can have links to different parts of the video. Because in every video, when it says share, let's see if I can quickly go there in the last minute. Not really. Okay. So part of the thing about sharing a video is you can say at this, so let's say it's a 10-minute video and you want what's at minute number 5. When you push share, there's another box that says, you check this and it tells, and you can say, I want you to start the sharing at this particular time. So part 2, if there's 4 parts to the training video, the question that relates to part 2, the link can go to part 2 of the video. So you don't have to have people watching the video over from the beginning. You can go right to specific things. Okay, so we're going to pick up tomorrow. What I hope to do tomorrow is talk about, to get a little bit into more of uploading videos and how to get videos on YouTube. Okay?
Good.
Anything else in California?
No, Ed.
Okay, thank you for being there.
Thank you, Ed.